Hello and welcome to World's Finest, the Southgate Media Group's weekly DC Comics review. As always, I am Phil Parrish, and joining me is...
Hey guys, y'all know who it is. What's up?
You better by now. All right.
Big week.
Big week, yep. All right. You know the drill. Let's get the ones out of the way that Lilith wouldn't wipe her butt with. Justice League 21. This one was okay, because like I said, there was more, like, time stuff, but I don't know, the league actually learned from its mistakes, because this time through Flash went to Batman and they figured it out what they had to do and didn't do, because they thought they were the ones responsible for this device blowing up and killing everyone, but it wasn't them. Then they returned the device to the alien who it belonged to. And of course it's Hitch. I like Hitch's art.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that book does have going for it. I will give it. The artwork is usually pretty good.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'll probably give this one a 3.75.
You know, I did read a Justice League book this week. It just wasn't that one.
Oh, which one?
Justice League Power Rangers number 4.
Oh, was it good?
It was really good. The team-ups were kind of interesting. You had Billy and Cyborg interaction, which, I don't know, it oddly worked. Yeah, this book is so meta and so good. I actually really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're like a 90s kid like me and you liked Power Rangers, like the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, with like, you know, before the Green Ranger came in, and this book is right up your alley. It's a solid 4 for me.
Ooh.
Great story, good art. It's only going to be, I think, like 6 issues, so you can wait for the trade and it'll definitely be worth it. It is a $3.99 book, though. Mm-hmm. So if you're kind of frugal, wait for the trade for sure. But still, good, solid issue.
Cool.
This is how I want my Justice League to be. Superman's just like the BCs in this book, by the way.
Mm-hmm. All right. You said you're not reading Super Sons?
I'm waiting for the trade.
Okay, I was gonna say it's pretty good. Super Sons number 4. Damian and John are fighting Kid Amazo.
Are all their villains going to be like little miniatures, or?
Well, him and his family got their powers when Lex released that Amazo virus back during New 52 Justice League. That's where they got their powers. So.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense, but yeah, then they trick Lex into helping them, and then they snuck out. So when they get home, Lois and Alfred are waiting for them to yell at them.
Oh no, that's like the worst combination ever for people to yell at you.
Our dad's home. No, it's our mom's.
Worse. Exactly, it's worse.
But no, this one was good. This one's probably also a solid 4.
It's good to know.
But yeah, when the trade comes out, definitely pick up the trade.
I definitely will. It's just something had to give.
Yeah, I understand. All right, so I think everything else we both read. So where do you want to go?
Just start at the top and work our way down.
Starting at the letter A, Aquaman 23.
I'm hyped for this, but at the same time, I feel like we're washing and rinsing and repeating the storyline.
Do you think... I want to say... I think the purpose of the story was twofold. I think the first was... I think they were like making some analogies and like they were inspired by real world events.
Oh, of course they were. How could you not be?
Yes. And 2, I'm wondering, are they going to like take him away from Atlantis? Is he going to be a man without a kingdom? Because is that what he's going to be in the movie? Are they kind of shifting him more to that, closer to that DCEU?
Which they shouldn't, if that's what they plan on doing.
Because, you know...
I don't think they're going to leave him without his kingdom, because the first arc was really kind of integral and political to that way. And that's like something that's really interesting about Aquaman that kind of sets him apart outside of maybe Wonder Woman. And they really have shied away from that part, her diplomacy and all those things too. So somebody has to do it. Why not Aquaman? Yeah, I think that could really fill the niche.
Yeah, but I just wonder if they're going to like give him the beard, take away his shirt.
No, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do that.
No. No road trip, no underwater hard traveling
They,
heroes.
they have to wait until they see how that Aquaman movie does, I think, if they really want to take it that way. So I don't think they're just going to do it willy nilly because
Mm.
that's what they kind of sort of did with a couple of other comic books, and then the movies bombed and they were stuck with it, and that's how we got the New 52. Anyway,
Yes.
so I'm curious to see where they take it, which way they take it, if they go left or if they go right. And
Mhm.
all puns intended on that one, by the way. Yeah, it's a good start to a new arc. If you haven't been reading, it's a good time to jump in.
So, what did you give it?
It was a 4, but mostly the art brought it up from a 3.5. I really enjoyed the whole layout, cover to cover.
Yeah, I think I agree with that whole sentiment.
So Batman. No.
Oh, do we? Okay. I was gonna say we can do them all in alphabetical order. Let's
If
mix
you
it.
want, we can jump around.
Let's mix it up. No, we can do that. All right, Batman 23, The Brave and the Mold.
Oh, Swamp Thing, what's up? I mean, it's not like the first time we talked about with Batman and Swamp Thing. At least
Mhm.
there's no Abby sex crimes. I guess that's a plus.
There was no Abby.
That's always a plus. Ugh, Abby's the worst thing about Swamp Thing, I swear.
Oh my god, and they brought back Headhunter. I mean, he was like he appeared in like one issue of Batman, like in the early 90s.
They were really going for their old school sophisticated suspense because on the cover it's like the strangest team up in history.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, no, we can't go back. Sorry.
And just like Batman yelling at Swamp Thing, "No, you telling me my parents are in heaven?"
Oh god, it was dark. It was funny. It was, I don't know. It was something I never knew that I wanted from Batman.
I liked it as a one-off. I'm glad they didn't like drag it out even like 2 or 3 issues.
I think that's the theme of the week. We got a lot of one-off issues.
Yeah, I think you need that sometimes.
Definitely to break up the monotony of the arcs.
Yes.
But shout out to Mitch Jarrett who did the cover. I really love the cover, actually.
Oh yeah, the cover's great. Another poster-worthy cover.
Definitely.
I'd say it's probably a. I'll go 4.5.
You know what? I'll agree.
Nice. All right, continuing our alphabet trend. Batwoman number 3.
This is a $3.99 book.
Yeah, because it's a once a month book. Yeah.
So I'm gonna need this to pick it up a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of buying this book out of duty because I'm not reading Supergirl, I'm not reading Superwoman, I'm not reading Wonder Woman or the Amazon. Like I'm not reading any female-led titles, and I like that woman. I liked what they set up for her to spin off into her own book, but I don't know. It just feels ho hum. Like it just feels like everything's the same every issue.
They're trying to make it global, and I like the story, but it just seems like they're trying to go global, but it just seems like she's fighting with an ex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like an old friend.
I don't know. I say hook her up with Supergirl.
Like it's not as bait. Like it. Oof, I bet she'd like that, but no.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know. No, this.
I will say the character development is great though with this book.
Oh yeah, I just think it needs to be a little quicker, a little more, maybe a little more action. But yeah,
Yeah,
maybe just a little bit quicker pace.
just a little.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4.
Okay. Yeah, I probably agree. All right, let's get. I want to hear your thoughts on this next one. Flash 22, the last part of the button.
We just need a long side button. Okay, like I love the cover.
Oh, I love this cover.
Say that.
I love it.
Yes, I got it physically too.
I think it's my favorite one of the four.
Mine too, definitely. It's just I don't know, man. There's something about the last page that rubbed me wrong, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, hey kids, we got the return of the original Jay Garrick.
Yeah, but at what cost, Phil? At what cost?
So that ending rubbed you the wrong way.
Yeah, kind of. I hope I wasn't the only one.
So is Doctor spoilers? Is Doctor Manhattan the big bad, or I saw theories that maybe he's being manipulated, but who can manipulate Doctor Manhattan? Unless it's Mr. Ozymandias.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It would kind of be like a classic thing to do, honestly.
Yeah. But and if anyone hasn't seen, we're getting a one shot in November, Doomsday Clock, and Superman's S is all over it. So everyone's like, "Is that literal? Is it literal? Or is Doomsday gonna be in it?"
No, they better not.
Yeah, no.
You've had enough of Doomsday. Doomsday is about as bad as freaking Darkseid now. Ugh.
I mean, just from that last page, it looks like Superman's gonna be in it. So yeah, that's enough.
Yeah. I mean, I love Superman, and I say that he should be the frontrunner over Batman, but really, in my heart of hearts, I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, yeah, as much as we love Batman, I mean, Dr. Manhattan could basically vaporize him in a second. Superman might,
might stand a chance, exactly. Yes. I give this a 4.25.
I give it a 4.5. I know it's like a cash grab, but I enjoyed it.
Okay, but at least it was only $2.99.
Yeah. All right. I guess next up is Green Arrow 23.
Oh no, wait. Do you think the Garrick thing is gonna carry over into the Flash any further, or they're gonna forget about that?
I think we're gonna get the Justice. I think they're gonna bring the original Justice Society back. Isn't that what they're hitting around at? Like the Justice Society and the Legion.
That's what I feel like too. I hope they actually go through with it this time, and not that crap they called Earth Society too. Sorry, Phil. I know you stuck through it to the very end.
Well, I don't think they'd bring back the original Jay Garrick and all that if they weren't going to bring back the original team, or at least some form of it.
Fingers crossed. From your lips to Jeff Johns' ears.
Well, he used to write JSA. I think he has like a love for those, like the originals.
Yeah, he does. Let's move along to Green Arrow.
Oh no.
They lost me. This is where they lost me.
Oh really?
This is like feeling too much like the TV show.
Oh.
Sorry, Ben. Sorry, Mr. Percy. That's just I don't know if this is supposed to be tongue in cheek or, but it's I did not like it. This is my fail of the week.
Oh. Why did you Why? Because Oliver was being all mopey all most of it, like the first.
Doesn't this feel like some Court of Owls ripoff? Is it just me?
Yeah, I could see that. And we're supposed to be in Seattle. We're supposed to be in Seattle. But we're getting that star. So what's it going to be? Seattle. It's a star city.
Yeah. Just put them back in Star City if that's what you want to do.
I just heard you yelling, just like, "Don't kill Henry!" Because we know what's coming if they kill Henry. Felicity.
Yeah. Well, Ben would never do that to us.
Oh, okay.
I think there's actually a mandate that they can't, because the last time they did that, it literally almost killed the book, and that's why it was that reboot and so random.
Huh?
So I'll never worry about Felicity showing, like, not TV show Felicity, like original comic book Felicity Smoke, Ronnie Raymond's stepmother. She's more than welcome to show up. Not
True.
That other Felicity. No, sir. We need more Firestorm, actually, now that I think about it. Anywho, yeah, this one is like a 3.25 for me.
Oh, I gotta go 4 on this.
What you like about it? Convince me, Phil. Pitch it to me. Come on.
I don't know. There was a lot of action. We got we got all the sidekicks and Black Canary, and then Oliver kind of butched up at the end,
Better luck next time.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, let's move on. Oh, Nightwing 21.
Oddly, not my pick of the week.
I don't know. At first, I wasn't sure if it was going to, but I might have to make this my pick of the week. Yes, I know Tim Seeley didn't write it, but I mean, it had like and it did have like the fill-in issue, but we did get like some good. This is what we've been missing. We've got some good Dick and Wally interaction.
What was that? Could you repeat it for the people in the back, Phil?
No, you pervert.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of how they've been writing Wally post Rebirth. So this issue rubbed me all kinds of wrong ways.
Well, yeah, I could see. I mean, he has seemed a little whiny, but at least he seemed a little better here because he was hanging out with that other guy with a 50s, an old school 50s name.
And the Time Bomb is not like this is not a villain. This is like the Batman cartoon villain, the worst Batman animated series in the history of Batman animated series.
he's like the guy Spider-Man punches out on page 2.
I mean, it reminded me of like Mario, like Super Mario Brothers 2.
He's the guy that slows Spider-Man down, so he's late to work or something. You take that extra 5 minutes to punch the guy out.
It was an okay enough issue. It's just not my pick of the week. It's a solid 4. I just wish we could stop making Wally so damn whiny.
Yeah. You know what?
I know he's a ginger, but come on.
You're right. I gotta agree with the 4, and it's not my pick of the week. I think I know what is my pick of the week.
Ooh, really?
Lilith might not like it.
Mine is shocking.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. Should we go to Superman 23?
Yes. Let's do that.
What did you think? Or a return of a Superman villain we haven't seen in a while?
I just have to say that cover rubbed me the wrong way because I don't ever want to be reminded of Powerless, the TV show. That epic fail. Sorry, Charlie.
Well, what's on there with Powerless? It's John falling. It's
exactly
like your ratings.
I know, I'm just saying.
Like your ratings.
This is very angsty, for lack of a better term. I wasn't expecting that from a Superman book. It caught me off guard, but I still like the story well enough.
You think maybe part of that's because of the return of, spoiler alert, Manchester Black?
Yeah, it kind of made the issue a little dark, more so than what we've been having. And then they also split up the Kent family, something that I really enjoy when they're together. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. Why did they bring him back? I feel like there's a million other people that could do what he does. So
I don't know. Somebody's fate. I don't know. Somebody likes him. I don't know.
Or like we really digging deep in the closet just to say, hey, we didn't forget about this.
They had a version of him in Teen Titans like the last series, but he wasn't like his original version. I don't know. They're digging up some more grim and gritty characters.
Not for Superman. Leave it alone. Leave that for Batman, please.
Ah! Him and Constantine can duke it out.
This issue should have been called Face Off, because I feel like that's what everybody was doing. Lois was facing off with Farmer Cobb. Superman also faced off with Farmer Cobb. And Jonathan, it's just like, really? It should have just been Face Off, and everybody should just have Nick Cage's face. Better yet, John Travolta's face.
Yeah.
That's more of a troll. I gave it a 4.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Good solid book. Just leave the grim dark to Batman. That's what he's there for. So everybody else can be light.
Superman, one of the 2 issues Charlie Esser will be doing for his Marvelous Review.
Superman and Super Sons, or
no, Superman and Teen Titans.
Oh, my pick of the week.
Me too.
I told you it was shocking.
I know. But you're gonna argue. I thought you were gonna argue with me until you said it was shocking. I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's the same one.
Yeah, I like this issue a lot, obviously. It's hands down a 5. I love the story. I love the artwork. They really captured like a lot of the characters' personality that and how I want them to be written.
And we got some like Titans interaction that we haven't gotten in a long time. Like, Starfire got to interact with Nightwing and Donna Troy and
And this issue didn't feel like the last issue where there were like a little too many cooks in the kitchen.
mm-hmm.
So that's what I think they finally found the flow of it, the ebb and flow of how everybody's going to come together as a writer.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the next 2 issues for sure. Robin and Nightwing. I'm just like, oh my god, shut up. Shut up. Just backhand him, please. I thought it was interesting though.
Yeah.
I'm loving the dynamics. I hope they kind of dive into it a little bit more next issue.
Yeah, like I said, I like some of the interactions we haven't gotten. Some of the Titans who haven't been together for a while. Thank you, New 52.
Yeah. This is definitely course correction, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first issue of Titans in the new run. I feel like it actually has a focus, a sense of purpose. And also that team's starting to coalesce into a family, finally, too. So I think they're hitting their stride with this arc.
And I wonder if, like, after the crossover, if you'll see characters flowing back and forth between the 2 Titans books more easily.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe get more of the classic interactions. Now all we need is Cyborg to pop in every so often.
I mean, it's not like his book's doing any good. Just saying, nobody cares about him in the Justice League.
I mean, you have just about everybody else.
Retcon it. It's not too late. Retcon Cyborg, please.
I mean, yeah, because you have just about basically most of the other classic Titans. You need Cyborg back. All right, so that was our pick of the week. That was both 5s, and like I said, that's the other book Charlie Esser will be reviewing.
What made him pick it up?
Well, he's been reading Teen Titans.
That just doesn't seem like a Charlie book.
I don't know. Well, he likes that teen drama book stuff.
Okay, I think our last book is Trinity number 9.
Yep.
This should have been like a maxi series. I don't feel like they have the legs to keep going, especially now that it's a $3.99 book.
Yeah.
And I feel they're also rehashing a classic Watchtower story. It feels like.
I like the interactions between Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, but like the stuff, with the Justice League and the Tower, that part just felt like a story that I'd get in that Justice League book.
Well, I mean, this is what I kind of want for the Justice League, with the Trinity to be the focus.
Yeah.
But I want it in an actual Justice League book. I shouldn't have to read another book to get the Justice League that I want.
Exactly.
But like I said, they're rehashing classic storylines. It's just like it's too soon in Rebirth to be doing this, people.
And I didn't see any love thrown to your boy Aquaman.
No respect. He's Rodney Dangerfield. He'll show him one day, though. He'll show him one day.
All I can hear is Raj from The Big Bang Theory. But dude, Aquaman sucks.
Don't ever quote Big Bang Theory to me, Philip.
I was gonna say.
I know where you live.
That's. Oh yeah, come on. That's when Lois stopped watching The Big Bang Theory.
Probably. Let's see. They're setting something up for the future, but I can't put my finger on what it's gonna be. They're totally building to something, but what is it?
What, Trinity?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're building a big, deep relationship between the 3, but they're taking their sweet time.
But if you don't see it anywhere else, like if Wonder Woman doesn't show up in a Batman book, and you know what I mean, then what's the point of this book if it's not gonna reach out across the continuity? Yeah,
but I mean, does it work the other way too, or people are, if Wonder Woman showing up in everyone else's book and Batman showing up in the other 2's book and Superman?
Well, he shows up all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, if they do it a lot with all 3 of them, are people going to be like, well, why do I have to pick up Trinity? I pick up the other 3 and they're all.
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't need this book.
Well, cha-ching.
True. $3.99. It's a tough deal when I really should be getting this in my Justice League book. Mm-hmm. Just saying, I love the book, but its purpose is kind of So quote Wally West from the TV show, unclear.
But no, in the Justice League book, you get Barry dating Jessica, Green Lantern Jessica. But meanwhile, isn't he supposed to be with Iris?
Yeah.
So is that it?
Yep. So there was only a couple books, believe it or not, that we didn't talk about. Wildstorm number 4, Odyssey of the Amazons number 5, Harley Quinn number 20, Injustice 2 number 6, and Green Lanterns number 23. If you're reading any of those books, feel free to send it to our new show, Capes and Lunatics. Phil, where can they send it to? There's so many ways.
Oh, that's right, because I believe we only have one more episode of World's Finest coming after this.
Yep, one episode.
Yeah, but we'll still be talking comics and TV and everything else on our new Capes and Lunatics podcast. So, yeah, like Lil said, send in all your feedback for anything. All of it. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Facebook is facebook.com/capesandlunatics. Twitter is @capeslunatics. We're on Instagram. We're on Pinterest. And we even have a voicemail. So if typing on keys and sending an email is too rough for you, all you have to do is dial the phone, everyone. 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. See? Clever. And it'll stick in your head.
Especially with the slim pickings that Google gives you.
I know. And it'll stick in your head. Costanza. So, yeah, please. And like I've been harping lately, if you want to contact me personally, especially if you're a comics creator or a producer or actor or something on a TV show we cover, email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am @nightwingpdp. I mean, you don't have to be a creator. Just follow me on Twitter. And Lilith, where can people talk to you?
Come on, Seth. Come on, Seth from Preacher. Contact us. You guys can find me talking DC stuff at Lil Hellfire on Twitter. For everything else, please do follow me at Adventures in FG. I'm on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Adventures in FG. Be sure to check out my website, adventuresinfangirling.com. The summer is upon us, blockbuster after blockbuster. So lots of movie reviews, lots of good summer shows coming up. So be sure to check it out, adventuresinfangirling.com.
All right, and from fangirling to fanboying, it's time once again for another marvelous review from Mr. Charlie Esser. So soak it in, everyone. It's going to come to an end soon. Well, in this form.
I was going to say.
Capes and Lunatics. Charlie Esser is going to be front and center with us at all times. Just imagine all of us together at the same time. All right, but enough shameless promotion. Take it away, Charlie Esser. Hey everyone, it's Phil again, and I have to admit it, I was wrong. Charlie Esser does, as I said before, Charlie Esser does not have 2 books to review this week. He has 3! That's right, you're getting a triple threat. All right, Charlie, what do you got?
Well, okay, so you know what? Let's open up. See, I actually had to come up with a DC pick of the week this week because I have so many books. 3 books is a lot for me. All of them have one thing in common. No, actually, they don't. They don't have one thing in common. They have They have 2 characters, and this is what Phil and I were just talking off air about. These are the 2 characters that I'm most interested in the DC universe right now, which is Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent. And quite frankly, Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent, to me, are, if you're a new reader, these are the guys you want to be looking at. Because it is everything about the DC universe, but broken down in a way that is, I don't want to say easy to understand, but understandable. You know, and actually, you know, I say, you know, actually neither one is in Superman. So let's start off with Superman number 23. That's still a $2.99 book, kids. So I still say pick up Superman if you can. It's a good book. This is the classic Superman. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what's going on with his continuity right now. Because as I understand it, there is a left, right, up, down, /B Konami cheat code going on with him right now, where everything that was the case is still the case, but also it's not, and it's like it's whatever you wanted plus something else altogether forever. Last time we left Soups as he was exploring the universe or exploring the world of his little town he lives in. Still have no idea if he's supposed to be in upstate New York or the Midwest. Fun fact, Smallville didn't used to be in Kansas. It used to be in upstate New York, but retcons and changes. Yeah. That's what that in like the first issue or the first story with Superboy, it says in a small farming town in upstate New York. Because you have to remember, back in 1940 or 1950, when Superboy was this hot new prospect they came up with, there was still a lot of farming going on in the state of New York. There's still a lot of farming going on in New York and New Jersey and all over the place. But so we're cutting between. Last time we saw, Soups had found a bunch of stasis tubes with a bunch of people in them. We're later going to see that they are organic stasis tubes, whatever the heck that means. We see our dairy farmer with the Skrull cow. They're so Skrulls. They're bringing Watchmen in. Might as well bring in Skrulls. That's what I say. Who's gonna stop them? We see Lois confronting him, shooting him with her Batman brand repulsor ray. Because it's all copying. This causes her to but of course, Farmer Guy does not get phased. Again, big Farmer Guy. When you look at the original John Byrne annual with the Skrull Cow milk storyline, big farm guy, because that's what Skrull Cow milk does to you. It makes you big and strong. That causes Lois to scream. That makes Superman just heat vision his way all the way back to the surface, where he punches Skrull Cow Old Man, who gets right back up because he's Skrull Cow Old Man. And there's battle. We see Superboy, Jonathan Kent, sort of trapped, being forced to watch his father's defeat, and helpless as he's chained up, because that's the thing. And we see him crying, and he shoots out laser beam, or he shoots out heat vision. But of course, the room is surrounded by black mirrors, which are a thing that prevent the heat vision from doing anything. Battle.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Anyways, there were many battles going on. The Farmer Guy gets wrapped up in spare metal. He says, "This will never hold me." He says, "I know." So Superman locks him up. So they just need to hold you for a while. Then Superman and Lois Lane run off. Then a giant lobster, for some reason, is attacking. Superman saves some people, but then giant lobster goes on a rampage, as well as a giant bat. So we have a giant bat, giant lobster. Things are fighting, and then all of a sudden we see some new guys, members of the town, now imbued with superpowers. The mayor and the town doctor fighting the super bat and the super lobster. Superman's trying to explain to them, we don't just kill things. These are the super elite, by the way, because this is, of course, the Manchester Black story. If you didn't know, spoilers. At no time, though, and this is what annoys me about this, at no time does Superman explain to anyone these monsters are being controlled by something else. We don't want to kill them because we need to figure out what's controlling them, because that is what we have to fight. Because not for nothing, the characters we're seeing, the mayor and the sheriff and the town doctor, all don't seem to be in on whatever Manchester Black's deep dark secret is. So he never says, hey, no, listen to me. I fought these things. The squid before I fought this. Why are there all these weird ocean food items? I don't know. Lobster. Well, I guess the bat's not. The bat's the separation. I guess someone, when they were writing this, says you got attacked by a squid and a lobster. Yeah, no more seafood menu. No more writing your comics when you're at Red Lobster. So they have a bat. Because it's the DC universe, so we default to a bat. During the battle, a hot piece of metal comes and freaking slices off Lois Lane's leg. What the heck? Did not see that coming. And it's not even like it's like, oh, I have a severe cut on my leg. No, it's your entire leg has been severed. Fun fact, if your leg gets severed off at the upper thigh, you will bleed to death where hers is. You will bleed to death in about 30 seconds. Fortunately, Superman has super speed, cauterizes her wound, which means you can't reattach that leg. Because, fudge it, man. That's the situation we're in. Superboy's trying to look away, and Manchester Black says, "No, you must look." Superman runs off with Lois to take her to a hospital, and then we get the reveal that yes, it is Manchester Black, who is just, I guess he's a supervillain, right? I mean, he's clearly a supervillain because he's smoking first off, and he's wearing all black. So Union Jack, which is that delightful little symbol of fascism, right there above his genitalia. Yeah, not for nothing, guys. That people forget how evil the British Empire used to be. We all think of them now as that's our funny little cousin, but no, genocides with the British are legendary.
In his own eyes, Manchester Black is like an anti-hero. He's doing good things, but he doesn't mind killing people to get it done. Yeah,
not for Manchester Black is straight up Hydra Cap.
Yeah.
He is just straight up Hydra Cap. It's like, well, this is what's best, and it's like, no, it's never what's best because you're Hydra Cap, Manchester Black. You know what? It's a great book. This is my pick of the week. I'm gonna call it right now. Superman number 23 is my pick of the week. I mean, yes. I mean, I knew, and of course, Manchester Black got spoiled, and it's dark and it's twisted, but I didn't really see where it was going. Honestly, the loss of Lois Lane's leg, that just came right out of left field.
I just wonder if that's saw Lois. I wonder if it's some kind of telepathic illusion. It's something because Manchester Black has like psychic powers. So
I know that. I mean, I know that aspect of it, but then it's totally Hydra Cap because they're totally going to undo everything. I don't think so. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't think so. Everything seems real, and not for nothing. I don't think that. So, for example, if it was all just illusion, I don't think that the mind-controlled squid would be central to it. You know what I mean? I don't think that the fact that he was using the electronics to control the Leviathans would be the case. So I think this is all real. I think Lois Lane is now a one-legged reporter, which is going to be neat. Just to, hey, it's neat to see how that character will evolve and her story will go. They got to get out of this freaking Smallville town, though, man, because that place is dangerous. But that's my pick of the week. We are giving that. We're gonna give that. Gonna give it, 4 giant lobsters out of 5 for that one. That was good. I like it. Okay, next one, because man, how long are we going? I don't want to run this too long because I'm not. Oh man, we're already at 15-minute mark. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's run through the rest. Super Sons number 4. Okay, let's see here. Of course, we've got Alfred and Lois waking up. You can tell that this is before the incidents in Superman because Lois has 2 legs. So now we have that great thing to tell us where things happen within the popular timeline. I find it really interesting that Bruce is so absentee in his son's life. Because it's Lois. Now, granted, Superman is somewhat absentee too. But we see a lot more of Superman hanging out with Jonathan than we ever see Batman hanging out with Damian. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like Superman may be a weekend dad, but Batman is like, he's a child support dad. I won't call him a deadbeat dad because clearly Damian is taken care of. But I'm going to tell you this: when Damian gets married, it's going to be Alfred standing next to him, not Bruce, because very clearly Alfred is the father figure in Damian's life. That timeline makes no sense. Hey, you know what? Here's what I'm going to say: Alfred may not be a good father figure, but dang, he's got to be better than Batman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, just want to see him on the giant tricycle for the Alfred Mobile. Batman 68 reference to you kids. Okay, we cut to Batman and Damian chained up by Kid Amazo. Kid Amazo has armor that he stole. They're mad because someone thinks they're related because they bicker like siblings. See that Kid Amazo has all of his parents been kept in cold storage because he's been murdering their duplicates, not them actual selves. Sure, why not? We see Superboy try to break the chains, and Damian basically saying, when you try to break the chains, you're crushing me with your dang chains. Says, well, how else are we going to get out? And says, that's fine, because 3, 2, 1. In comes Lex Luthor, and it makes no sense for him to count down there. I mean, honestly, makes no sense. Because it's like, well, I knew exactly how long it would take him to get into his armor, how long it would take him to get here. It's like, Damian knew the airspeed of the unladen slutto that is Lex Luthor Superman. Lex Luthor Superman beats up a bunch of robots. Battle. Superboy and Damian save the Duffies. They run away. Ice breath works. We have to fight the guy in the armor. We separate him from the armor. The armor eventually gets destroyed by Lex Luthor, which is good. And then Lex Luthor offers the Duffies, hey, why don't you come back with me? I'll make sure you guys are okay. They do explain that Kid Amazo isn't evil. It's just that he spread his consciousness through too many duplicates, and he didn't have enough ego left to keep himself from succumbing to his dark side. Sure, why not? That'll give us a face turn easy enough. Did like earlier when Alfred made the point that, when Master Dick snuck out, at least he had the common courtesy to create a pillow dummy. Damian, he is entitled. That's the problem. You see that, and then again, like I said, it's Lois and Alfred confronting Damian and Jonathan. Where are their parents? I mean, Lois is obviously the parent, so
yes.
At least that's what I'll say. At least Jonathan has Lois. And granted, I understand that Talia and Bruce aren't together anymore, but they do have a kid, and maybe they should try to make it work. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I got my old-fashioned ideals. But anyway, still a good book. I am still liking the Super Sons. I do like their dynamic. I feel bad for their story relationship, but definitely going to give it. I'm going to definitely give it 3 Kid Amazos out of 5. Okay, and that brings us to our last book this week, the big Teen Titans crossover. Not my favorite book, I'll be honest. Probably because there's a lot of storyline that I'm just not getting because I'm just not reading enough DC books. Obviously, white-haired guy with eye patch, which is the first I'm seeing him. Obviously, he's Slade. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, well, okay, so you're hanging out with Slade, and you totally don't know he's Slade. Okay. Slade Wilson. Get a nice little cut to with Jackson Hyde and Beast Boy. And I realized Jackson Hyde can't be Aqualad because Garth is already Aqualad, so it's like he needs a new name, and he doesn't have one. We see Damian come in being all Teen Titans Go. Robin, just totally aware, totally has tracked everyone, except, of course, the tracker for Kid Flash has been placed on him. What? Oh, goodness. Then we see the two Wallies chained up. Now, and again, I'm just going to make this as a statement here. We see that African American Wally West, Kid Flash. What is Red Wally West calling himself? Is he calling himself a Flash? Is he calling himself?
I believe he's calling himself Flash. He's
okay, so Kid Flash. Okay, so here's what's weird about it. So last we see Kid Flash and Slade, they're hanging out. They're having a father-son relationship, hanging out, being buddies. When we see him, he's in uniform and chained up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what did we miss? What did we miss him, A, getting into uniform and then getting defeated by Slade Wilson?
Trust me. Don't trust your kids with Slade Wilson. Don't trust your kids with Slade Wilson.
I understand the principle. I'm just like... Wouldn't it have been that hard to just draw him in cities? We know he's a speedster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is my thing with this, okay? When you watch a cartoon, they will have characters be in costume because it's cheaper because they can reuse the art. You know, that's a technique Disney developed where you draw all of the different possible positions of the character and then you just switch them out as you do your film.
Mm-hmm.
They draw each of these by hand. Okay, every time, every shit is hand drawn. There's no logical reason to draw them in uniform except that the artist wanted to draw them in uniform. So, we see Flash Wally West, who isn't chained up, but still is somehow electrocuted by everything. As Slade's doing his deal with the devil with Kid Flash Wally West, you know, it's like, if I could only go back in time, I could fix everything, yada, yada, yada. So we get the meeting up of Nightwing and Damian and the two Titan teens. We see how everyone has their parallel to some extent. No, you have Raven and Raven and Green Raven. And the two Aqualads, and I guess, you know, and Garth and Speedy are buddies because, you know, well, you're left. They check down where the Wally Wests are because obviously they're going to have to, because having that much Speed Force in one area is going to cause time-space disruptions. They go to Garden State Mental Hospital because, you know, supervillains gotta have a mental hospital as your primary location, and we find out that as they all arrive, they free Flash Wally West, and but it's too late for Slade has already dominated the Speed Force, and he's ready to do evil. So yeah, I mean it's a good book. It's a good book. That one that we're gonna give it. We're going to give it 3 Speed Forces out of 5. I mean, it's not horrible. I'm going to critique it a lot because I'm a critical man. But I enjoyed it. I do, you know, I like my books with Damian. I like my books with the people who, that center around people who aren't Superman or Batman, even if they do show up in the books. Which means Superman, which is really about Superman, Lois, and Jonathan. And Teen Titans, which is about Damian and his buddies, and then King Kong's the new Superman over in China, who's still only monthly. Okay, and that's my story, Phil. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Charlie. If people want to talk to you about your favorite kid characters, where can they get a hold of you?
Write to me in that old-fashioned email way, the way our Maz and Paz once did, at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. Remember, a handwritten email has a power and an importance that a text message just does not have. And, of course, you can always follow me on the Twitters, if you just like that, 42 characters and nothing more, at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEsser. Look for 2 E's in the middle for quality.
All right. Thank you, Charlie. And everyone, come back next week for the last World's Finest. And you're saying what? But you should be paying attention. It's the last World's Finest before we start reviewing comics of all shapes and sizes for the Capes and Lunatics podcast. So you're
You're getting a chance to decide early which side are you going to take. Are you going to be a cape? Are you going to be a lunatic? Or are you going to be an Anne like Charlie is? Good night.